Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and welcome to another episode of Cutting Rocks, where I cut through rocks and fossils I find on the western shore of Lake Michigan, see what spills out. So today we have these 6, they're all very Stromatoporoidy, definite layers on this one, a little bit of swirliness on this side, so we're basically going to go right down the middle of all of these. So right down the middle of that one. This one's got some cooler mudstone stuff, maybe some fossily soup stuff kind of going on, so right down the middle. Another very white, maybe some yellow staining in there, like right in there or something, but same deal, right down the middle. This one is kind of like a maybe more limestoney one, but there's like a quartz pocket in it. You can still see the layers. Not sure which way I'm gonna go through this thing. Probably right like this, just right down the middle, see if there's anything cool in there. And we have this kind of blue one with the mudstone in there. Kind of goes all the way through. And this one kind of has maybe a little bit of arachnophyllum going on at the bottom. So I'm hoping something cool will be inside of this one. And it's perfectly shaped, so I'll go right down the middle. And then last but not least, we have this definite Stromatoporoid, silicified quite a bit, all the way through. Some cool patterning, some yellow. So same deal. I'm just gonna go right down the middle of this thing, see what's inside. So we're gonna use the high-tech 10-inch slab saw, thin centered blade. Remember again, if you guys use high-tech tools and you want 10% off all your accessories, you can type in Planetary in all capital letters when you check out. And I'll also leave a link for their stuff down in the description. So let's get this thing set up and we'll get cutting. Okay, so through that first one, let's see what we got. Oh, look at that. That is a really good one. It's like almost picture stone-esque. That white on the bottom there, I'm not sure what that is, if that's just like limestone or... Really cool though. Really cool pattern, got nice little pieces. Very cool. Very wavy. Oop, hit the camera. I expect there to be lots and lots of layers like this in all these pieces today, so we can only hope. But this is definitely one for one. So let's get on to the second one. Okay, so that one broke on me right at the end. I didn't get a peek at it yet anyways, but let's look at that little piece. Not much on there anyway. So let's see. Oh, another good one. Look at that. I'm glad I kept this piece thick. Got some micro bands in the middle there. So I'll be able to get a nice cabochon out of that and probably out of this too, even though that piece broke off. Look at that. Very, very cool. All the different mudstone colors and silicified fossil, maybe some cold water pockets. Very, very cool so far. All right, on to the next one. Okay, let's see what we got in the middle of this one. Oh, another really cool one. I like that brown right through the middle like that. A couple little white dots in there. Oh, there's a picture. Maybe a little mountain in the back. Some stuff. Really cool. All these are turning out really good so far. This is kind of what I want, is just layers and layers and layers. That brown like that is my favorite when it's against like the beigey and dark colors, or a lot of light colors rather. Really cool. On to the next one. Okay, so this one I'm not sure. It looks a little silicified there, but it kind of looks stony the rest of it, so I just went right down the middle. So let's see. Oh, it is all layered in there. Look at that. Tiny little layers all the way up. A little bit of quartz in there on the edge right there. Very cool. Still, these will still polish up really cool and you'll be able to pick out all those layers after. Might get some more slabs off of these, I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right, all good so far. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, so really high hopes for these last two. This is that one that may or may not have some arachnophyllum at the bottom. They got a nice little slab off, so let's see. Oh, look at that. It is an arachnophyllum down on the bottom there. You can kind of see where the individual arugos come up, but look at the rest of the layering on that with the mudstone in there and the black. Oh, those are awesome. I love that. That's probably my favorite one so far. A couple pits, but not too bad. Not too shabby. All right, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 so far. Let's get on to the last one. Alright, so a little chip off at the end, but I'm still hoping the inside of this thing is just crazy. Oh, look at that. I love this stuff in here when it gets all cloudy like that. Oops. Very, very cool. And another little couple brown strips through that one. I just love how every one of these kind of look like this, but are unique in their own way, like that channel right there and that stuff down there. Very, very cool. So I would definitely say 6 for 6 for the Stromatoporoids today. All very, very cool patterns. So, all right, if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.